Hello and welcome to this short presentation on how to manage cash. Over the next few slides we're going to look at how we structure our savings and how we review our savings on an annual basis to make sure we maintain the best possible return. So this is a representation of the types of accounts that are available and certainly the best ones to use within a savings portfolio. And they've obviously ranged from instant access and notice accounts through to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 year fixed rate accounts. This chart shows how generally money is deposited in each of these accounts. So the vast majority of money is held on instant access, followed by an amount on notice, and then typically some maybe with a 1 year and 2 year fixed rate, but very little money is normally spread over to 3, 4 and 5 year fixed rates. The rationale for this is typically misplaced and misguided because it's about people thinking that they need to tie their money up and put it away, and how long can they typically forget about it for. But if you structure your portfolio properly, then you can use these accounts to your advantage rather than against. So here we have a representation on how we should best use our money. First and foremost, we identify how much we need on instant access to cover any short-term or emergency need, and how much we need on notice to support and underpin that amount. Following that, any amount left over is then split equally over 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 year fixed rate accounts. And this is how we will maximise our return. The interest rates shown here were accurate as at the 1st of January 2015, but are obviously subject to change. And nevertheless, the principles of the portfolio management are exactly the same irrespective. Okay, so we've got the portfolio sorted and now we're happy to sit with that portfolio until the first annual review. And this is the situation that we will find. 12 months down the line, the interest rates on the instant access and the notice accounts will start to become dormant and you'll be notified of a fall in the interest rate. So it's important to recycle these monies into the prevailing best instant access and notice accounts at that time. The 1 year fixed rate money will mature, and 12 months down the line, what was originally the 2 year fixed rate is now our 1 year fixed rate, and the 3 year fixed rate is now our 2 year fixed rate, so on and so forth. So the account that's missing from the portfolio is now a new 5 year fixed rate. So that money rolls over into the best 5 year fixed rate account that's available 12 months down the line. So once again, having established the maximum return on the portfolio initially, we're now going to improve the returns yet again because a 5 year fixed rate will pay a better rate of return than a 1 year fixed rate. So this is the portfolio that we end up with after our review on the 12-month anniversary. The average return on the portfolio has now increased to 2.415%, and we can now sit back and relax until the 2nd year anniversary. Okay, and on the 2nd annual review we basically end up fulfilling the same behaviours as we did at the first review, and that is we recycle the instant access and notice accounts again just as they start to become dormant so that we find them with the best rates of return that are available at the time, and the 2 year fixed rate money rolls over again into a new 5 year fixed rate because now the 3 year fixed rate becomes your 1 year money, the 4 year your 2 year, so on and so forth. So once again, all things being equal, we now end up with 3 portions of our money earning the 3.25% from a 5 year fixed rate, and the average return on the portfolio has now increased to 2.579%. Now, at the 3rd annual review and the 4th annual review and the 5th annual review, we do exactly the same thing, so we don't need to go through the process again. We understand the principles and we now know what we're doing. So ultimately we end up with this type of portfolio. We can see here that we have sufficient capital available on instant access and also on notice. But from there we now end up with a rolling 5 year fixed rate portfolio. So no matter what happens to the economic climate, we will always be rolling our money over into whatever offers the highest rate of interest at each annual review. So here's a quick summary of the performance of this portfolio that we've used over a rolling 5-year period. On the top line there we can see how the average rate of interest increases on each annual review, and we can see the amount of interest that earns on the £25,000 that we've used within the portfolio. And similarly at the bottom we have the dormant rate of interest return accumulating up over the 5 years. And the principle here is over 5 years on a portfolio of £25,000, it's very easy and possible to improve the return by just over £3,200. And that principle applies to all types of money, whether it's personal, corporate, charity, power of attorney, court of protection, pension or trusts. So that's the end of the presentation. I hope you found it interesting and informative. If you'd like any more information, please contact us on any of the methods shown below. So thank you for listening, and we look forward to hearing from you.